Okay, hi everyone. So what are we gonna do today? This is the video of a long series that I have in mind. I will never finalize it, but it doesn't matter. So let's start with this. I found that there are a lot of videos around that are not precise or they are missing real information. So it seems that nothing has really been tested. So with this one, we're just gonna try to make sure that everything we do actually works, so you can do that for yourself. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we want to create two different instances on Oracle Cloud. So let's start with that. Okay, we're gonna break down in different videos in case you want to do different pieces. So first things first, we're gonna create a new compartment. So navigate as I'm doing. You can just do that as you like. This is a paid account. I have moved from a free tier after the 30 days period. There's a lot of resources for free. This cloud is just amazing. So let's create a compartment without any further ado. Everything we're doing is going to cost you between absolutely nothing and very, very little. Actually, probably absolutely nothing. It's just in my case, I'm going to pay something, but because I have other stuff running. So let's call it this one test compartment. Test compartment. Description, we're going to just you want to put a description. Let's put a description. Okay, the compartment where we're going to create this one as a parent is the root. It's fine, it works. Tags, names, we don't put anything, we just keep it basic. It's gonna take a few seconds for this one to pop up. Last time it took like 5-10 seconds. I see how it works. Okay, it's already here. Test compartment has already been created. We are not going to do anything here. So let's move on and go and create now a virtual cloud network where we're going to put our instances. So the best way to do this one, the fastest way. So first of all, let's select the compartment. We're going to place this one. Hasn't been updated yet. I don't see because probably doesn't have any virtual network yet. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's start. We're going to use the wizard. So we're going to have a subnet, private and public already created. So it's extremely convenient for us to do so. So let's go ahead. We're going to put just really few inputs. So VCN name. Okay, so okay, we just experienced something extremely weird. So here, I couldn't see the compartment we created, so I have to log in and log out and log in back again. Probably just was not loaded. Okay, it doesn't matter. So we go on the test compartment. There's no need. We can assign that later. We said we were going to create a virtual cloud network. So now we cancel. The problem was that here we couldn't see the compartment we created before. So we call it test VCN. We leave everything else untouched. So it's already the default configuration for the CIDR blocks, etc. So we go ahead. Nothing that need to be changed. So create. It's gonna take us a second. I put on pause. All right. Okay. So the VCN has been created, so we can view it. See some of the details. The public subnet is the one probably we're interested in the most. We're gonna see the default security list, and you see that there is the SSH. So now we're gonna create the instance. So what we're gonna do is we go compute, we go instances, and we're gonna put in the public subnet that we are selected before. So we have test compartment. As we can see, there are no instances. Create instance. All right, so we're gonna call this one, say this one is the IMD, test, whatever, doesn't matter. We said we put in the test compartment, change this. So you can see that price is popping up. Oracle is very nice to let us know how much we are going to pay. Select images. Obviously, this is based on some estimation, so how much you're gonna use per month. I said this is completely for free, so we go and I show you how. So the problem is related with the fact that the default one is this shape that is not for free. If we go on specialty, previous generation, you can select this system. So this is, as you can see, always free, eligible. It's a very nice, actually, this is or CPU kind of like a resource. Anyway, I already have one, so that's what it's saying here in the message is that if I also deploy this resource, I'm gonna go and reach the limit. Doesn't matter. Let's go. As you can see now, it's 0. Everything else is fine. What we're gonna need to do next is to create a public and private key. Now you can let Oracle doing that for you, so you can just save and the private key that then we're gonna use to connect SSH, or you can upload your own one. So in our case, we are gonna upload a public key, right? Sorry. As I said, there are a few options how to do this one. We are gonna just use then a terminal. I'll show you how to generate a new key pair private public. So we go on the terminal is opening up. Okay, here you go. Now, when you do this command, SSH -k generate and kgen minus the RSA, is gonna ask for the location of the file, or is gonna generate that by default. So we go there. This is what is gonna be saved with the default name. So we're gonna copy this, and then we are gonna change the name in OCI ID OCI test. Okay, and okay, so we have to generate a pair key. We said we were here. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead. Enter phrase, we don't put anything. Okay, as main generated. So now the key is in that location. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna upload that one here. Now you can select with browsing, or I have already the SSH folder, as you can see over here, and you need to upload the public one. So we said that we are test this one here, we drag and drop over here, and then it's done. Okay, and then we create, and it's gonna take like a few seconds, and then I'm gonna come back when it's ready. Right, as you can see, the instance is up and running. We can see the details of everything. The one was the detail of the work, the work that was done. Okay, the work request, the word in the report, work request, so it's a create the instance. All right, so we have the instances, as you can see, this is the one that we are done. Okay, now we can connect SSH to this instance, to this IP address through the key that we just created. So let's go ahead. We go with SSH. User is Ubuntu. You can see here Ubuntu. Let me spell it right. Ubuntu at, we put the IP address. Now the other part is that we need to tell him where is the file that's gonna be needed to be used. We give the full path just to avoid any problem. So user Stefano, I think it's .ssh, and then it was ID underscore OCI test. OCI test. All right, so we do this. First time is gonna ask for confirming this. Yes, we go ahead and boom. All right, here we go. We are in our instance. So what we're gonna do next is to install Nginx, and then open the firewall ports in order for us to connect from remote. All right, just give us a second, then we're gonna start with that. Okay, usually first thing to do is to do a sudo apt update. obviously I will need to spell it right. Update. It's probably best if I start copying and pasting from somewhere else. Okay. Okay, usually I do this. I don't think it's strictly required, but sudo apt upgrade also. It's gonna request this, and then it's gonna install. We'll come back in a second. Right, lately we have seen these messages popping up, but we can safely know we do okay, and then here we do tab okay, and then everything should be already upgraded. Now what we're gonna do, we install Nginx. Should be extremely straightforward, but we need something to test the connectivity, etc. works. All right, let's go. Yes. As before, we got the messages. We just need to confirm, and that's it. And now Nginx is installed. Now we check if the Nginx is up and running. So this is systemctl status Nginx. Yeah, it says there is running, so we could in theory connect to this. Control C to get out from here. Okay. All right, so now we want to test that this thing is actually working. So what we could do is in theory connecting to the system, but we need to open doors to open ports, etc. So first thing, so we're gonna try to do then is to just trying to get the URL on the localhost where the server is actually running, and actually works. So you can see a welcome Nginx page is retrieved. Now, what we want to try to do is to connect to this to internet, and we see what actually gonna happen. Okay, so we just tested that the server is up and running and it's retrieving the HTML page and the welcome page. So what we're gonna try to do now is to connect directly to the server. Now, if we go here and we push the IP address, we see nothing happen, right? This is because the port 80 is not open. So that's one of the things we want to need to do, and that's been done in Oracle Cloud directly. And then there is some other potential issue. There is about the firewall of the instance itself, so the one that is on Ubuntu. So let's go ahead then and add to our networking subnet. Okay, so we are in our VCN. We go in the public subnet. That's the one where the instance is actually located. So we go here and we add an ingress role. So from everywhere, port 80 is the default port for HTTP traffic. So we add this. Now that this is done, we can try and test if this works. And we can actually see that it's still not reachable. This is because the server is actually not open. The firewall on the server itself doesn't have the port open. So we will do that next. Okay, so this is what you're gonna find in a lot of different guides. That is to add to the firewall, basically to allow port 80. So if we do this, the rule was already added, so you won't see that. But problem is that this doesn't work. So if we take now the, let's go back to the instance. I should have the IP address still here. Okay, yeah, the IP address is still here. So we go, as you can see, it's not reachable yet. So what I understood we need to be done is to actually use iptables in order to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. So first things is that we need to disable this firewall. is cool. Now we have to add to the IP table some commands. So we're going to find some routes in order to allow port 80. So we were going to do this one next. Okay, first thing is to install IP table persistent. Okay, this is done. Now we have to add a IP table. Now I copy and paste this command. It's going to be on the transcript, but just to make things easier. So this one should be for 80, and then we go ahead. Now it's been accepted, and then we save the persistency, so it's going to stay there. Now that we have done this one, the port 80 should be enabled, so we should be able to reach it. And here we go. Done. So remember, the default firewall on Ubuntu has been disabled and may create conflict with the IP table. So make sure that you disable that in order to make things work. So everything works. So now we can quickly do the same thing, but with an ARM instance. It's gonna be pretty much the same thing. So we can quickly try to do that. Okay, let's do it. So we go on instance. We're gonna place in the same compartment. So we said IMD. Now we go ahead and we create an instance. It's gonna stay there. It's gonna stay there. We change this to Ubuntu. Select image, change shape. Now we go to the ampere. You can see this is the free one. Don't need this much RAM, so let's go on a 4. Select shape. Now you can see that we only gonna pay for the boot volume. Subnet. All right. So why don't we just use the same key that we generated before? Should still have it here. Tuck. All right, and then we create. It's gonna take a few seconds. We're gonna come back when this one is ready. The instance is still provisioning. Let's go back in a second. Okay, it took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but the ARM instance is now up and running. This is the IP address. We use the same SSH key, so we can actually connect using the same command. So we go there and we take the new IP address. Yeah, it's always an Ubuntu the user. SSH OCI customer. Okay. Well, it's the first time you're gonna be asked this. All right. Okay. So we on. Now what we're gonna do is we do the classic apt-get and apt-get upgrade, and then we're gonna start Nginx. So we'll be back in a second with that. Let's go ahead, update. And then we do upgrade. There's a way to already set yes in case of the installation, but we're lazy. We just do this way. It's anyway quicker. Okay, give okay. Okay. All right, now we install Nginx, and then we try the same to connect from remote with the same process we did with the ARM. Okay, so as we said, we install Nginx now, copy and paste from my notes here. Yes, let's go ahead. This one is super quick, so it shouldn't take more than a minute. Then we can test that the service is up and running, and then we're trying to connect. So is it okay? So it says up and running. Get out. Now we do a curl and then local host. Nginx should reply. Nginx actually does reply, so that's working. Now, as we said, if we take this IP address here and we put it here, even if now the port is open, 80 is open on Oracle infrastructure, because this is sitting on the same public subnet, so we already opened the door. However, we have to open the firewall in the Ubuntu instance. So what we're gonna do is to install the iptables. As I said before in the previous, it doesn't work with the UFW. Actually, you have to disable it. Okay, so let's install the iptable persistent. Then we have a command to open for TCP connection on port 80, and we'll put this one. As you can see, it's port 80. This is the protocol on the iptables, and then it's going to be AXA. Let's go for it. All right, okay, now I have seems okay. Then we do a sudo filter here, and then we save it. Now, if everything is boom, and everything has worked. So these are the two servers, as you can see. Both of them have been connected. Door is open, the port is open, everything is fine. So this actually concludes what we were trying to achieve. There was install everything, deploy Nginx, test the connection after opening the ports on Oracle Cloud and on the firewall in the instances themselves. So here you go. That all works. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you later. Bye-bye.